Hi everybody! So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how we write the equation of a line using the slope-intercept form that we've been talking about for the last few days. So I want to remind you what slope-intercept form looks like. So as a reminder, slope-intercept form is this: y equals mx plus b. Now, the reason that we call this the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line is that when we find the key information in this equation, we're going to be finding the slope and the y-intercept. The letter m in this equation, which stands for the word multiply, is always going to tell us the slope. Now remember, the word multiply reminds us that the slope will always be the number that is multiplied by the x. One of the things we're going to need to know in order to write the equation of a line is that when we are looking to find the slope and we're looking at a graph, we always think about slope as rise over run. In this equation, the letter b helps us figure out the starting point. And because the starting point here will always be starting with x being 0 and having b as being a number, this is going to be the y-intercept on the graph, which is because x equals 0. So our goal for today is that if I show you a graph, you can figure out the slope, the y-intercept, and write the equation of that line. So let's take a look at this graph first. If I want to find the slope, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a starting point and another nice point on the graph. And I'm going to do rise, which in this case is down 2, over run, which in this case is 5. So my slope would be -2 over 5. Now, the y-intercept will be the point where the graph crosses the y-axis, which in this case happens to be one of the points we used when we were finding the slope. So this point would have the coordinates 0, 3. Now, when I want to write the equation, I would write y equals m, which is our slope, so -2 over 5, x plus your b, which is your y-intercept. In this case, it's a +3, and that would be my answer. We're going to now repeat this process a few times to go over several examples of how you would find the slope and the y-intercept and write the equation. So in problem number 2, to find the slope, I would go up 5 and to the right 3. So my slope would be 5 over 3. Now my y-intercept would be right down here, which is the point 0, -2. So the equation would be y equals the m, which is 5 over 3, my slope, x, and then -2, because the y-intercept is a negative number this time. Let's try this again. Now here's what makes this problem a little bit different. In the other problems, we always had 2 points that we could already use. But in this problem, we're going to need to find 2 nice points to use for ourselves. So it looks like one nice point would be the point right here at the middle, at the origin. If I follow the line to another nice point, it would be here, and I could go backwards and find another one right here. Now we can choose any 2 points to find the slope. I'm going to use this point, and I'm going to use this point. So I would go up 3, right 1, which means I would have 3 over 1. My y-intercept would be this point right here in the middle, which is 0, 0. So the equation would be y equals 3 over 1 x And then since the y-intercept is a 0, I'm not going to write anything at the end. There's nothing at the end because I don't need to put plus 0. In the next problem, again, I'm going to need to find 2 nice points. So you need to look carefully. It looks like one nice point is right here, and it looks like we don't have another nice point until we get all the way to the end of the line on both sides of the graph. So to do my slope, I would use these 2 points. You can use any 2. I like those 2. I would go down 3, right 5. So my slope would be -3 over 5. My y-intercept would be 0, 1, which means my equation would be y equals -3 over 5x plus 1. For number 5, again, I'm going to need to find nice points for myself. So the first nice one that I see is right here, and then I don't see another one until right over here. My slope, I'm going to use these 2 points. So I'm going to go down 2, right 3. So -2 over 3. The y-intercept would be -4. So I would write 0, -4. Which means my equation would be y equals -2 over 3x and then -4. All right, we're going to try one more before you guys get a chance to practice on your own. So it looks like the nice points that I need to find are here and then all the way at the edges again. There are no other points that are really very nice here on this graph. So I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to go up 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 is my slope. My y-intercept would be 0, 0, which means my equation would be y equals 5 over 2x. And then I'm not going to write anything because it's just a 0 for the y-intercept. All right, thank you guys so much for watching and taking really good notes. Make sure that you save this paper. We're going to need it tomorrow in class, so don't lose it or get rid of it, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.